What if I told you that some SUVs on the road today are so reliable, people just never sell them? We're talking 200, 300, even 500,000 miles. No major repairs, no nightmares at the dealership. Just drive it, maintain it, and it keeps going. Today, we're counting down the 10 SUVs built to last a lifetime. And trust me, number one will surprise absolutely no one. But stick around, because the ones in the middle of this list, those are the hidden gems. Okay, let's get into it. Number 10, Subaru Forester. Kicking things off at number 10, we've got the Subaru Forester. Specifically, the 4th and 5th generations. Basically, models from 2014 all the way to today. Now, Subaru's reputation is a little complicated. Older models definitely had some head gasket drama. And yeah, that part is true, but Subaru actually fixed it. Starting with the 2014 redesign, they moved to a timing chain setup, addressed those reliability concerns, and the modern Forester turned into a genuinely tough, dependable daily driver. A big reason is the boxer engine layout where the cylinders sit flat instead of upright. That lowers the center of gravity and reduces vibration over time. Less vibration means less stress on components. Simple physics, and it helps these things age really well. Then you've got Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive, which has basically been battle-tested for decades in snow, mud, rain, you name it. And one thing owners constantly talk about is visibility. The windows are huge, the pillars are thin, you've got a clear view in every direction. This is one of those no-nonsense daily drivers that quietly racks up miles year after year without demanding much in return. Number 9, Honda Pilot, covering 2016 through 2022. 3 rows, a 3.5-liter V6, and an absolute track record of boring beautiful. Here's what makes the Pilot so durable. It's almost never working hard. The V6 in this thing was designed for way more stress than suburban school runs and highway cruising can throw at it. When an engine is consistently operating below its limits, it lasts. Simple as that. Honda also built the Pilot to share parts with the Odyssey minivan and the Ridgeline pickup. That means these components were produced by the millions. Any kinks were ironed out fast, and replacement parts are cheap and available everywhere. Your local shop can fix a Pilot. You don't need a specialist. Number 8, Acura RDX. Number 8, and pay close attention here because this one is a sleeper deal. The 2nd generation Acura RDX, 2013 through 2018. Now, Acura has had some stumbles with the newer RDX. The 3rd generation brought a turbocharged 4-cylinder, a more complex transmission, and an infotainment system that owners have been less than thrilled about, but the 2nd gen, totally different story. This one ran a 3.5-liter V6 paired with a 6-speed automatic. Old school, proven! The J-Series V6 is one of Honda's most celebrated engines ever built. The only real maintenance item to stay on top of is the timing belt at 100,000 miles. Do that one service, and this engine will go another 100,000 without flinching. Acura also used a simpler all-wheel drive system in this generation, not the complex SH all-wheel drive of the newer models, which means fewer failure points and cheaper fluid services. If you want genuine luxury, comfortable seats, a refined ride, a quiet cabin at used car money with maintenance costs that won't ruin you, the 2nd gen RDX is one of the best-kept secrets in the used market right now. Number 7, Honda CR-V. Covering the 4th and 5th generation models from 2002 on through 2010, and specifically 2 versions of it, the earlier models with the 2.4-liter K-Series engine and the newer hybrid. The K24 engine in the older CR-V is the stuff of legend on mechanic forums. It's simple, it's smooth, and it's been around long enough that every technician in America has worked on one. Maintenance costs on these average around $47 a year. That's it. The newer hybrid takes things even further. Honda's 2-motor hybrid system ditches the traditional transmission almost entirely. The electric motor connects directly to the wheels. Fewer moving parts means fewer things that can go wrong. Regenerative braking means your brake pads can last 100,000 miles instead of 40,000. CR-V owners are a group that just will not let go of their vehicles. You'll find forums full of people at 220, 250,000 miles asking, should I finally trade it in? And the answer they keep getting and accepting is no. Just keep driving it. Number 6, Mazda CX-5, spanning both generations from 2012 all the way through today. And this one deserves way more credit than it gets. Mazda took a very specific approach with the CX-5. Instead of chasing fuel economy by shrinking the engine and bolting on a turbo, they built a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter with a high compression ratio and an exhaust setup that gets efficiency without the heat stress of turbocharging. They called it Sky Active, and it works. More importantly, and this is a big deal, Mazda did not put a CVT in the CX-5. While Nissan and Subaru were going all in on belt-driven CVTs, Mazda said no and stuck with a traditional 6-speed torque converter automatic. That one decision alone separates the CX-5 from a huge chunk of its competition when it comes to long-term reliability. The interior looks and feels like something that costs 10 grand more. Owners compare it to entry-level Audi or BMW, but with Japanese reliability and maintenance bills that average $400 to $500 a year. That's Corolla money for an SUV that drives like a sports car. Number 5. Toyota Highlander, covering the 3rd and 4th generation models from 2014 through today. 3 rows, fuel-efficient, family-proof, and built on the same bones as the Lexus RX. Toyota's approach with the Highlander was simple. Take what works, share it across vehicles, and build it in massive quantities, until every flaw is gone. The Highlander shares its engines, transmissions, and suspension components with the Lexus RX and the Toyota Sienna. When you're producing components at that scale, defects get caught fast and corrected faster. The hybrid version is where things get really impressive. Toyota's eCVT sounds like a CVT, but it's not. It's a planetary gear set. No belts, no bands, no clutches, just gears. Toyota has been running the same basic system since the original Prius. Some Highlander hybrid owners are reporting 300,000 miles on the original hybrid battery and eCVT. Not a typo, 300,000 miles. And it gets 36 miles per gallon combined while hauling a family of 7. That combination, 3 rows, legendary reliability, and fuel economy a midsize sedan would be proud of, is why families hold on to these for a decade or more and never look back. Number 4. Lexus RX, 3rd and 4th generation, 2010 through 2022. And this is the benchmark, the vehicle that set the standard for luxury crossover reliability and has held that standard for over 20 years. The RX 350's 3.5-liter V6 is one of the most tested engines Toyota has ever produced. It's been in production long enough that every potential weakness has been identified and fixed. By the time you're buying one, you're getting a powertrain that's been stress-tested by millions of owners across millions of miles. Now, compare the maintenance costs of a 3rd or 4th-gen RX to a German luxury crossover at 100,000 miles. A BMW X5 or Audi Q7 at 6 figures on the odometer starts sending you bills. Air suspension failures, electronic gremlins, specialized brake components. The RX at 100,000 miles typically just needs tires and fluid changes. Owners describe the RX as a vehicle that just works, and they hold on to them. It's not uncommon to see older RX models from the early 2000s still in daily service with original engines. The cabin materials hold up, the ride stays smooth, and the repair bills stay small. That's the Lexus RX in a nutshell. Number 3. And at number 3, we've got the vehicle with arguably the most impressive raw numbers on this entire list, the 2nd generation Toyota Sequoia, 2008 through 2022. This thing is built on the Tundra pickup truck platform. The axles, the frame, the cooling system, all of it was engineered for serious heavy-duty work. And when you use a truck-grade platform primarily as a family hauler, those components are barely breaking a sweat for most of their lives. The 5.7-liter V8 under the hood, Toyota's 3UR-FE has a reputation that borders on mythological. Tundra owners have taken this engine past 1 million miles. Not 100,000, 1 million. Toyota built it with an oversized cooling system and internal components that are simply heavier and more robust than they need to be. That overbuilding is exactly why they last. Here's the number that really tells the story. According to IC Cars, about 39.1% of second-generation Sequoias make it past 250,000 miles. That's roughly 8 times higher than the average vehicle reaching 250,000 miles. Number 2. Lexus GX 460, second generation 2010 through 2023. And if you don't know the secret behind this vehicle, you're about to. The GX 460 looks like a premium luxury SUV built for country club parking lots. And it is that. But underneath the leather and the wood trim and the Lexus badge, this thing is a global Land Cruiser Prado, the same vehicle that international aid agencies, military contractors, and expedition teams rely on in some of the most punishing environments on Earth. Toyota didn't build this for American suburbs, they built it for roads where breaking down means you're stranded for days. Then they put a Lexus badge on it and sent it to Houston. The 4.6-liter V8 paired with a 6-speed automatic has been largely unchanged across this entire generation. When you keep the same powertrain that long, you know every failure point, and you've fixed every one of them. This engine is known to run reliably for hundreds of thousands of miles on basic oil changes. Even the suspension is done right. Lexus used a mechanical hydraulic system called KDSS. No electronic airbags at all four corners. No sensors that go haywire, just a hydraulic system that does its job quietly and reliably. Fewer electronics equals fewer failures. Used car buyers have caught on. People call the GX460 the ultimate used car value because you're getting Land Cruiser bones with Lexus refinement. The cabin is quiet, the interior materials last, and it will outlive almost everything else in its price range. Number 1. Toyota 4Runner. And the number 1 SUV that never breaks down and nobody is surprised. The Toyota 4Runner, 5th generation, 2010 through 2024. This vehicle has been in production in essentially the same form for 14 years. And here's the thing, that's not a weakness. That's the entire point. While every other manufacturer was chasing the next trend, adding turbos, 10-speed transmissions, giant touchscreens, Toyota kept the 4Runner exactly where it was. And owners are obsessed with it for exactly that reason. The 4.0-liter V6 uses a timing chain, not a belt, no replacement interval, no surprise $1,200 service at 90,000 miles. The 5-speed automatic is considered over-engineered for the vehicle's weight. Mechanics call it boring, and in the reliability world, boring is the highest compliment you can give. The body-on-frame construction means this is a truck, not a car dressed up as one. It handles off-road abuse, high-mileage stress, and daily punishment without developing the structural rattles and suspension fatigue you see in unibody crossovers. The physical knobs and buttons for climate control, still there, still working, still simple. No giant tablet that costs $3,000 to replace when it eventually dies. Simply put, this is the SUV equivalent of a cast iron skillet. You just keep using it forever. All right, honorable mention time. And this one is a big deal. We're talking about the GM full-size trio, the Chevrolet Tahoe, the GMC Yukon, and the Chevrolet Suburban. Specifically, the GMT 900 platform from 2007 to 2014, and the K2XE's platform from 2015 through 2020. These didn't make the main list because they require a more proactive owner. But ignore them, and you're ignoring some of the most durable, full-size vehicles ever built in America. The LS-based V8 is a pushrod design. Old school, simple. One camshaft buried in the block instead of two sitting on top. Fewer moving parts means fewer failure points. And a lot of those 5.3-liter variants use a cast iron block, not aluminum. Cast iron handles heat and high mileage better. These engines are just built tough from the ground up. So, when you're just using one to haul your family around, those components are barely being asked to do anything. They're operating way below their limits every single day. Now, the catch, and it's a real one, the cylinder deactivation system called AFM is a problem. It can cause lifter failures if you're not on top of your oil changes. The fix is simple though, an AFM disabler. It's a plug-in device, keeps the engine in V8 mode all the time, and eliminates the issue entirely. Add a transmission cooler for the 6-speed while you're at it. Keep up with your maintenance and these trucks will genuinely run forever. Parts are everywhere. Every mechanic in the country knows how to work on one. And when something does eventually go wrong, you're not paying dealership prices for specialty components. And that's the list. Buy smart, stay on top of your maintenance. And these things will run for decades. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. We drop videos like this every week. I'll see you in the next one.